What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Super 7 Thundercats Tygra. Now, this is the limited invisible version. I don't know how much, if it was only limited to Big Bad Toy Store or anything like that. I just know that it was a, limited special run. But I don't think this one sold out as fast as the Chitara one. So I was able to pick this one up. I've had it for a while. I just haven't gotten to it. But I know I got a couple more Thundercats in, so I want to kind of, knock those out. But Tygra comes in this, pretty much all of them came in this brown shipper box. And then when you take that box off, you've got the main figure box there. And it comes in this little plastic wrap here. So then you take the plastic wrap off, you get access to this figure. And that box looks really nice. All shiny. You got the Thundercats symbol. Tygra, visible. Nothing all the way around it. Just that's it. But it does have a really nice presence to it. Now this is a slip case, so you'll take that, slide it off, and then you get Tygra and his special powers. So just thinking about that right there. We went through the shipper box, the plastic. Now we're going to get through this. That's a lot of stuff to go through just to get to the figure. But now this is him in the packaging, and he looks awesome. It looks really cool. The one problem that I think most people would say about clear figures is that they tend to fade. That plastic doesn't stay clear. And I can kind of see right here that it's turning a little bit in the inside there. But we'll get a better look at that and see if I can get it to pick up. But that's just to my eye. It's just different. And it could be the material. We'll see. But he looks awesome inside there. I mean, man, as a display piece just like this, looks really, really cool. I like that a lot. Makes you not want to open it. Here you got the back with a little bit of a bio. The oldest of the Thundercats. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it looks good, man. I'm just kind of in awe of it in the packaging. And I'm not keeping these guys in package, so I am about to shred this thing. So yeah, we'll get them open and check them out. So here's Tygra outside of the packaging, and he looks awesome. I love this thing. Another thing about the packaging is it's one of my biggest issues with Super 7 is they do so much with the packaging. If they had just minimized it, keep the accessories, everything the same. They do have a basic version that's out now of figures. But if they would have kept these same accessories with a lesser packaging, how much could they have saved on the figure? Make it more towards everybody's price range so that more people jumped into this line. I know the price for Super 7 figures is kind of up there, and I think that holds them back sometimes. The only other thing that I would say that worries me about Super 7 figures is the joints. They tend to loosen up over time. Whether you're using it or not, for some reason, they're just loose. Sometimes they're stuck, and once you move them, that's it. They just are flimsy. But I don't know about this guy yet because we haven't really messed with it. But looking at him right there, I think he looks awesome. And another thing about the packaging, even though it was a lot and everything like that, for a special edition figure like this one, I think that's okay. And it helped a lot. That presentation was amazing. If I was going to keep everything on card, that is one that I would definitely want to be there. Because of space, I kind of get rid of all my Super 7 packaging. I don't leave any of those in there. But that's one that I kind of debated on as soon as I saw it because it looks so nice. But we'll get into some of the accessories. You've got one head sculpt here. I'll move him out of the way. I don't even know if the camera's going to focus on him since he's clear. But yeah, here's one head sculpt. Looks amazing. I like the white in there to kind of help highlight his highlights for his hair. Pretty cool. Nice sculpt. Nicely done. Really like that a lot. You got his whip kind of in a condensed form. Now this one is just plastic looking. It looks very plasticky compared to that head sculpt. Not very clear. You've got two. So he's got two hands on him. You've got two extra for the right here. I believe these ones are the same. These grasping ones is just one has a vertical hinge, one has a horizontal. But these sculpts look awesome. The clear in them looks really nice. You got two for his left hand, same style. And then you get his whip. So you already saw the condensed one. Now we've got one a little more sturdier plastic, I guess we would say. For posing. All of it's just for posing. And this one is also that same style plastic, not as clear as the sculpt. Then you've got this one here. It's a little more free flowing. You can do what you want with it, you know, spread it around. It's really, really cool. Wrap it around somebody, do something like that. The ends are that shady plastic, so not as clear. But the rest of it, you know, you can tie around somebody, that sort of thing, or wrap it around him like he's getting ready to change, turn invisible. But that is it for his accessories. Let's take a look at him. Now for Tygra, he looks awesome. The sculpt looks good. Got that angry face, the gritty face. The body is a little bit faded compared to like the arms. So this comes off more as like that smoky plastic for the whip versus like the head sculpt had this clear stuff. So his arms are clear, his limbs are clear. Just the main body is kind of smoky plastic. But it looks really cool, especially when you got the light hitting them. I mean, these little parts are like crystal, so it's like, man, it looks really nice. I wish this would have been just as clear. And I can't tell, maybe when this first came out, maybe it was clear too, but it faded a little bit. So there's kind of like a, I don't want to say a yellow, but it looks like a little tan. And maybe it'll get ready to start turning yellow or something like that. Who knows? We'll find out with time. But it all does feel like the same kind of plastic. So that's not a thing. I was thinking maybe like a, not a rubber type thing, but something else kind of like that. But I think he looks really cool. You got the Thundercats symbol there. You got the white highlights going through the arms for his stripes. You got some white around his cuff here, the boots. I say boots, but he didn't really have any. Yeah, it looks good. I think another thing I'm worried about with it being clear plastic is that they're just gonna you know, snap. That was always a tendency for, like, you know, figures back in the day having clear plastic, or being more brittle. But this guy looks really cool, really awesome. Let's take a look at some articulation. So for articulation, head is on a ball joint. Does move just that far. Nothing at the base of the neck, so barely going to move up, barely going to move down. Doesn't move hardly at all. There's like nothing to it. Maybe a slight rock here and there, but it's just like wobbly. I would say pretty much none. No butterfly joints or anything like that, just a regular ball joint. T-pose, not bad. Not quite a T, but not bad. Upper bicep cut. Single jointed elbow. Does not go to even 90 because of the sculpt in here. That's where it stops. And then I don't believe there's no kind of forearm cut right there, just the peg hinge in the wrist. Ab crunch, no clicks, just kind of loose. As far forward as it goes, as far back. Waist cut. See, you got the leg right there. You got upper thigh cut. Leg only goes forward about that far without pushing it. So not very far at all, because this part right here gets in the way. That should have been cut a little bit higher. You can kind of see where the joint is in there, maybe a little bit. With the T part, it could be cut, or maybe give just a little bit more. But that's the best we got right there, without really forcing it back to neutral. So that's kind of poor right there. Single jointed knee. As far as we're going, hardly anything at all because of the sculpt. You got a calf cut. which is nice. Hinge. And a little bit of a rocker. So hinge rocker here, or hinge and pivot in the ankle and foot. So a mix with the joint system. All right, so I switched out the head sculpt for the more calmer look. I feel like when he's in this mode, he's more stealthy anyways. But the designer of this whip, I mean, I think he could have came up with something a little bit different. It's a little strange. I mean, when you pose it in certain poses, it just looks very odd, you know? Like that's not cool. I think they could have did something a little bit better to keep it from looking like that, especially if you're going to be holding it or something like that. Um, let's see. You've got the other whips, of course. So you've got the main. I won't say the main one. I think I like the one that has the actual like rope type features versus that sturdy plastic. But yeah, here he is with that. So you can pose him like he's actually whipping it at somebody, I guess. So something like that. Like that's really cool. And it's holding itself. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. Definitely a very cool look right there. Like that. And there he is with the more flexible rope end wrapped around him, like he's turning it invisible, spinning it around, that sort of thing. So yeah, pretty cool. Other than that, we just got the other hand sculpts, you know, nothing too crazy, like clawing at hands. Take that off, and that feels kind of like a rubber. Maybe I'd say different feel. Yeah, we got those hands here. So clawing hands. So I mean, I think this is like a really cool thing. I don't have Chitara. I kind of wish I had her, but I know Tygra was the one I wanted the most. If I had to have one special edition one like that, they do make a Jaga, I believe that's clear, and I can't remember who else they make like that. Mumra, I think, has a version of it. So different characters have versions of it. So far, I really like this one. Let's get some other guys out here and do a comparison. And here is my team assembled. So here is Chitara, got Lino and Panthro here with our Tygra, and I believe this Lino and Panthro, I believe, are my Mattel versions when they had the license before, and then Super 7 came out with their versions, which were pretty much exact and fit right in with it. They filled out the squad, which is what I wanted, which is what I was hoping for, and what I think most people were hoping for. So yeah, I think this is like really, really cool to finally, I won't say finally have them. We had the regular version of Tygra, but yeah, we did end up getting the whole squad. And there are more, and they continued the line. They got a bunch of sub characters and everything like that, which is really cool. The price point was just kind of keeping me from getting even more, but I definitely wanted the core. So here's the 4. Again, Chitara has a version, special version, I wasn't able to get, where she's using her special ability and she's like all yellowed out. I want to see that one in person. Tygra, we got Lino again, and Panthro. And I do have these versions and the Super 7 versions. I just leave these guys, my Mattel versions, out. Kind of worried about them wearing out, that sort of thing. So I do try to protect the other ones as much as possible. And I think they had different head sculpts. I want to say Lino did. But yeah, that looks really cool together. And you can see, Tygra probably the same height. I'd say he's taller than Lino. Lino's hair just kind of makes up for it and makes them a little more even, but he's taller than all of them. Panthro, so it's probably Tygra, Lino, Panthro, then Chitara. But yeah, they look great. And here is the visible Tygra with the normal version Tygra, and that's pretty cool. So this is what he would be, and then change invisible. So wrap that whip around, and that whip right there is the I guess I call it like the flimsy line. I guess the more posable would be more accurate, I guess. Because we've got the same accessories for the normal version. So that whip right there is that clear one. For this Tygra, it's that blue. And you can see that rope right there. You've got the sturdier rope there. You got the same hands. Everything is pretty much the same. You have the angry head, which I don't use that one. You had the put away. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much the exact same figure. Even the Thundercat symbols raised, everything. They just did it in a clear mold. All there really is to it. If you got that one, you know kind of the look for it. You just gotta see the execution in person, I guess. Or hopefully I'm showing enough of it through this video. Because he looks great. So yeah, it's pretty awesome to see this part of the team together. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for this review. You can see pretty much this is what you're getting, but in this version, in this clear version. And this clear version is really cool because I do like the way that they did some of the clear stuff, but I like they put those stripes on there. I think that made it, I don't know what it is about these little stripes like going through the hair and the arms and stuff. I really like it a lot. It's just really popping out to me in a way. So yeah, that's going to be it for this review. Hopefully I showed you enough to, I think it's still available at the timing of this video. I'm not sure. Again, it is an older figure. I've had it for a little bit. But hopefully I showed enough that you will, get all the info you need on whether you want to hunt it down if it's not available anymore. So yeah, I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.